I've seen a couple images online of BMW M4s in a fantastic purple color with a nice white interior and the competition wheels. Now there sadly aren't any 1/24th scale kits of M4s, but there are a couple of die-cast models in 1/43rd scale. Now in this case I started out with a GTS, as the regular M4 in 1/43 scale seems to be a bit more expensive and not really as obtainable, so I decided just to go with this one. And a couple of you are probably not going to like me for this, because I'm going to strip off the GTS wing, as I really don't like the look of it, and I'm also going to strip off the GTS spoiler on the front. I'm just going to keep the interior without the roll cage, and the wheels of course, as they are also the competition wheels, which I think look really good on this car. So as you're probably used to by now, all of the plastic parts and parts that aren't going to be repainted are going to be removed and or stripped off the model, and then of course the paint will be stripped off as well with some paint stripper. These plastic parts are now removed, so I can move on to stripping the paint off, just pouring some of the paint stripper on top of the body in a plastic bag, letting it sit for a bit, pour the remainder of the stripper back into the bottle for reuse later, wash off the body, and then you're good to go for the next step. In this case, the next step will be to fill in the holes left from the spoiler in the trunk. I'm just using some super glue, sanding it flush, adding some more, sanding it flush until I'm happy and the holes are fully filled in. Once that is done, the entire body is sanded with 400 grit, cleaned off, and moved into the spray booth. I put it onto a Tamiya spray stand. Links are in the description, along with a lot of other handy tools and tips, and I applied some primer on it. After applying the primer, I let it sit and dry for about an hour and then applied some metallic black from Zero Paints as a nice base coat for the purple to go on top of, and also for the roof, as I'm going to be applying some carbon fiber decals on that as well, of course. With the first coat now applied, I gave it about 10 minutes to cure and then moved on to a second and final coat of the metallic black. Now, as I mentioned, the inspiration came from some photos I saw online of the M4 in that purple color, but of course the purple GT that I'm working on at the moment also is a really good inspiration for this project. It is a really similar color to the ones I've shown on the photo, and I also really love the color, so I figured why not do it as well. So before I started applying the color, of course, I quickly masked off the roof to keep that a nice black base coat for the carbon fiber decal to go on top of later, then carefully started on those hard to reach, easy to forget spots, moving on to the rest of the body, giving it a nice couple coats of this purple. So as always, the first coat is applied, 10 minutes of dry time in between. In this case, the body is metal, so the dry time can be a little bit less as the paint doesn't react to the metal as it would with plastic biting into it and creating some weird stuff. So you're good to go after about 5 minutes, I would say, but usually waiting for about 10 to 15 minutes is not that big of a deal and is the safest bet. With the second coat of purple applied, it was perfectly covered and I didn't really need to apply a third coat. If it isn't fully covered, you of course could decide to go with a third and maybe even fourth coat. In this case, it was good enough, so I started carefully removing the masking tape in order for the decals to be placed onto the body. In this case, I'm also adding some BMW logos, as these were of course stripped off, and the carbon fiber for the roof. In order for the decals to be placed onto the roof, I quickly made a template first so I had the exact shape, put on a piece of masking tape, lined it out with a permanent marker, transferred that to the decal sheet with carbon fiber decals from Skill Motorsport, and then carefully cut it out, laid it in some water until it left the backing paper, and then put it in place and started carefully forming and shaping it with some decal setting solution first underneath and some decal softening solution on top. I also used a heat gun, or in this case a hair dryer, to speed up the process and help it form to shape with my fingers, and also with a cotton swab and the brush itself as well, until all the wrinkles were removed and I was fully satisfied. I let the decals sit and dry overnight for it to cure properly, and then started applying the clear coat. After the first clear coat was applied, I let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, applied a second coat, and then let it sit and dry for 2 to 3 days before moving on to additional detailing. In this case, I'm adding some flat black here and there, in this case to the grille, and also on the rear I will be adding some silver for the light buckets. Some black was also of course applied to the lenses for the headlights in order to create that rubber that is usually on them and give it a bit more realism, and then everything could be glued back together. I didn't really touch the interior as there were some bucket seats in it, and I didn't really want to paint those in white as they're not really the seats that I wanted to, so just keeping that all black was good enough as that kind of hides the interior that is in it. I did remove the roll cage as I don't really like the look of it in this car. Maybe for another one I will leave it in, but in this case I removed it just to give it a bit more of a stock M4 look and get a bit more away from the GTS version. Now of course I'm still keeping the wheels as those are the competition wheels. Also the black grills as I just like how that look, and in this case I'm also of course using the hood. That is from the GTS, but I really like the look of it, and it's a pretty popular modifications on the 1-to-1s, so I figured it would fit in nicely. With all of the parts back in place, the screws screwed tightly, and the exhaust fit back up, this one is finished. I hope you guys enjoyed these small little rebuilds. I personally really do, as they are quick projects and do give you a lot of creativity and also a cool end product as well. Now, if you have any suggestions for future builds, feel free to leave those in the comments down below, and I'll be back next week working on the Ford GT again.